Welcome back. It is 12:08 on Enema Wednesday. Yes, it's Enema Wednesday. My favorite day of the week. No, it actually is a pretty good day because I got my chiropractic appointment and my massage done, and I'm really enjoying these things. So let me talk about that real quick, because the elements that I'm talking about, the three critical elements of catharsis, which is speaking honestly, openly, getting your stuff out, and creation, which I'm doing with this video right now, I suppose, right? And music or whatever I'm doing, right? Creation, you're doing something, you're making something. And contact, where you're actually getting physical contact. So I'm starting to get some more of these critical components covered here. I went to the talk therapist, aka psychologist, shrink. He's not the best, but whatever. Hopefully I can get that with you and other people, and I won't have to go drive somewhere to sit in some jackass's office and a chair filled with countless farts. I don't know. So, I want to share with you my drink. And I realized as I was getting ready for this video that we still have a lot more ties to go through, so I inevitably will have to make more videos. This drink I am drinking right now is not exactly appropriate for the moment, but I didn't want to make more tea. I didn't want to waste time doing that. And so I thought I'd share with you what it is. It is grapefruit juice and sparkling water, mandarin orange sparkling water, and grapefruit juice. As you see, this comes from Giant Eagle. I have given it the acronym of GAMFI, Giant Ass Motherfucking Eagle. I'm sure I'm the only one that's come up with that one. Going to GAMFI. Now, so it's not the final video. I'm not going to stop communicating, but it's a final video in this commitment, this temporary commitment I have, this short commitment, where we can kind of at least build a foundation and get some of the basics out of the way. And there's not too much to it, really. It really isn't too much to it. You got to see what the foundational problem is and fix that. You have to attend to that, and then you can get everything else on top. My massage therapist, I asked her today, so what do you think about the future of the world? And so she went into this kind of opinion about, well, I think just people are too stupid. And what I want you to realize is that it doesn't take, like I talked about in the last video, it doesn't take a lot of people to get things rolling. It doesn't take a lot of people to create the shift here. So we don't want to worry about the masses. We don't want to worry about the average person out there. We want to get to everybody. We want to be open to everybody. Open the door wide and say, hey, come on in. This is where the party is. Yet we're not concerned with the masses. We're concerned with the people that have prepared themselves. Now, I want to talk about this real quickly. The word faith. Faith is a meaningless word to me. I don't need you to have faith. You don't need to have faith in anything. Faith is just a bullshit word. It's just like, okay, what does faith mean? Right? It's a nonsense term. Faith. So what? I got faith. Big deal. So what? What matters is preparation. So if you've prepared yourself now, then you'll be able to act. You'll be able to participate in a meaningful way. And the evidence that you've been prepared is that you're ready to act. That's the evidence that your learning has come to fruition, is you're ready to act. It's like you do all this preparation, and it's for what? Eventually you have to put it into action. Eventually you got to do something. All this mental masturbation, sitting on the sidelines, narrating our experience instead of actually getting involved and acting in it is evidence that you've basically been doing nothing more than this. Glorified thumb twiddling. That's all it pretty much amounts to. So, let's see. Oh, okay. I have the words community building written down, and that's something I was thinking about this morning. And this is like a big project for me. There's all sorts of concrete projects I'd like to see in this world, but I have a real desire to get community projects going and actually building communities, like physically take the infrastructure and build communities. And I was thinking about the different types of communities I want to build. One, I want to start completely from scratch out in the countryside, start from the ground up. Another one, what I'd like to do is I'd like to take an existing small town that is currently depressed, but at one time it did have an actual main street, a cross section, and with old buildings, and I'd like to revivify that town and make it into a real charming place where people like to visit. and spend their money and spend some time. Because like when you go traveling somewhere, if you go to like small towns in Italy or Spain, the enjoyment of your day comes largely from the fact that you're just in a beautiful place and you're just enjoying the beauty there. You're just enjoying sitting on a bench, watching the waves hit the rocks next to a castle, that kind of thing. Getting yourself a simple drink and sipping and having lunch and having wine, sitting in a square, watching people, watching kids play, watching pigeons fly around. Simple pleasures like that. So obviously we need to create a much more beautiful world. And so that's a real project that these are real projects that I want to get involved in. So taking a small town and transforming it. Another thing I'd like to do is take a city neighborhood and transform a city neighborhood, one that has potential, that, you know, the structures are there, they're intact, but everything's gone to waste. Everything's become decrepit over time due to lack of love, lack of care. And revive that as well. There's all sorts of incentives that can be used. You know, I'm always using this thing to think about things like, you know, if you're going to build a new subdivision out in the suburbs, you tax the shit out of those people that are going to build that damn thing. There's these things going up all the time, all over the damn place, and you get more traffic as a result. Tax the fucking shit out of these people, these corporate dipshits that are buying these places. Start to actually fund projects in the city to actually rebuild the core of the city, because just like the plan, we want to focus on the foundation. You start with a city, you want to start from the inside out. You want to focus on building the core of a city so it's a strong city. There's a book called City Comforts where this guy talks about the essential rules for good city planning. And basically the test is, if you're driving and you want to stop your car and walk around, that's a well-planned community right there. So anyhow, I have a real strong interest in doing this. So if, hypothetically, I get some donations here, this is what we're going to start doing. Once we get enough money and interest, we're actually going to start to build communities. Communities that are relatively inexpensive to live in. Places where people are safe. Places that have enclosed spaces where kids can play, where everybody can kind of keep an eye on the children. Where dogs can run around, where there's gardens to actually grow food, where you have shared resources, so not like the lawnmower, not everybody has to buy a lawnmower, where you have a shared building where you have a large kitchen, you have a large place to play, where you can have like 100 people and have a little Aussie hoedown or whatever. Have that kind of thing. A pool, you know, and not everybody needs a damn pool. If you fly over Phoenix, Arizona, you look down and you see all these damn pools. I mean, you drain in the Colorado River. I mean, you frickin' idiots. What are you doing with all these pools? Why can't you share your frickin' pools? I mean, not everybody needs a pool. Stupid. I mean, I got a little pond outside. It's like this big, you know? I can take care of that. It's not that much trouble. I can put fish in there. I can put plants in there. I can, you know, I put a pump in there so it makes a nice sound. I can take care of that. It doesn't take much work to do that. I went, got the materials, dug it myself, and made a little pond. So basically, we want to keep maintenance pretty low. We want to make things so that we want to work as little as possible in this new society that we're going to be building. We want to have as much leisure time as possible. The work week can be shortened dramatically. Is there anything else to talk about to finish up this? Because community building is really what it's going to be about. But priorities are super, super important to actually say, okay, what needs to be done first? And the first thing we need to do is connect with one another. We need to build our confidence. We need to sync our energy. And then we need to talk about the visions that we want to create in our own lives, what we're going to work on. A lot of these are going to be collaborations where we're going to realize it's going to be a lot better if we get together, pool of resources to do things. In learning anything, the easiest way to learn something is to have someone that's experienced show you how to learn it. So spending like 4 hours trying to fix a computer program, I know that's a horrible, horrible waste of time. It's stupid. If someone else can do it in 5 minutes, it's much better to do that. So allocating time and energy so that we're as efficient as possible so that we're not wasting so much time. If you look at how much time is wasted and how much energy is wasted in attending to things in this world that could be easily eradicated, you're going to see how much energy we can free up and free it up quickly. Because really the resource that we're talking about here is consciousness, relationships, human energy. We have a ton of unused human energy that can go into building the world that we want. So again, this is just bye for now. We'll continue this. This is going to be great prep for me to do my 3 videos for my website. I'm glad I did this, and we're going to stay in communication, and we're going to build this world that we want. Okay.